Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-100Y. It's the Tier 6 Soviet tank destroyer, a premium tank destroyer, and it's located on the south spawn of Cliff, and it's being driven and commanded by Sir Killalot. Now, the SU-100Y, they built only one of them. It was actually designed and built on the chassis of a T-100 tank, with a 130mm naval gun as its main armament. Pardon me. They actually built it for the Winter War. It was designed to knock down gun emplacements and fortified bunkers, but it was never used in the Winter War because it finished before the war. It wasn't designed and built before the Winter War was finished. Excuse me. Now, what actually happened is they put it into storage in Kubinka, and when they did that, it stayed there until, of course, Moscow was being threatened by the Germans, and at that point it was pressed into service along with the SU-14Y and the SU-14Y, which are also still at Kubinka in the tank museum there. Okay, so Killalot has got up on top of the hill onto this very good lookout position from which he can hit the enemy with that 130mm gun. And he's got his first target. It's a P-43 Biz. That's a Tier 6 Italian medium. And there's an M4 over there. Is he going to go for the P-43 Biz? Well, if that P-43 Biz gets hit, he'll know about it. And he does. He's just lost 415 hit points with one shot. Now we've got another target off to the right. It's a T-80, but we've got a building in the way, and there's a Stuart off to the right of him, and there's an M4 trying to breach the hill, across the hill, or crest the hill. Fires a round in, wipes the M4 out, one shot, 460 hit points, beautiful. Now he's looking around for another target to hit. Unfortunately, his teammate, an M7, is occupying the wrong place on the battlefield. An M7 is not really the right tank to be up here, and he's actually just acting as an obstruction, really, more than anything. An M7 light tank should be out scouting. He should be out looking for targets for the tank destroyers to kill. Now, we can't see any targets around the north side at the moment, or rather the east side, I should say. But there is an ARL-44 around there. An M5 Stuart was seen in the vicinity, and I presume the M7 is just pumping shells away for the hell of it, because he's wasting a lot of time by doing that, and a lot of shells. But here we've got some targets. There's an M5 Stuart. You can hit that. Dialed in. Round out. Oh, gone out of the battle. One shot. 320 hit points. Now that's what this tank destroyer can do, and it got the name the box tank from Quickie Baby, because the structure of the vehicle, it just looks like a box casement around the gun. It's very boxy in shape. Now that ARL-44 is going to move forward eventually, and when he does, he's going to walk straight into a 130mm shell. Now we're one tank down at the moment. The Western Pass is being held, although we just lost a Matilda in the Western Pass, and thankfully the M7 has decided to leave this position and go elsewhere. That means we're now not encumbered by somebody getting in the way when we're trying to shoot. I'm afraid some newbies do make the mistake of trying to crowd out the best positions when really they haven't got the right tank for doing that. But they'll learn. Okay, there's a T-80 off to the right, and the ARL's still behind that building, but he has moved forward. And it looks like Sir Killalot is distracted because he didn't see that. Now he's looking at the P-43 Biz. He's only got 15 hit points. He needs to kill him, and he does. And that's his third kill. You can see how effective this 13cm naval gun is. It's basically a tier 7 gun in a tier 6 tank destroyer. Okay, misses the chance to get the ARL, but it was only the top of the turret. He can probably get him as he goes past that building. And he does! And he just hits the tracks, unfortunately. Doesn't really do any damage. But he lets the ARL 44 know that there's something there that's pretty deadly. And if he keeps moving forward, he is going to get hit. Okay, does move forward, fires a round in, 477, and he got a fire, but that was a premium fire extinguisher went off, and the ARL is dead. Now, the T-80 is moving across. He's taking the opportunity since Sir Kilolot's fires a round in and kills the T-80, but that was a round coming in there for the Wolverine for 115, which was blocked by the armour. You can see the boxy structure of the box tank. It is very boxy indeed. Very box shape. Now that Wolverine is firing round after round in, trying to blind fire the box tank. He can't see it, but he's dropped down below the horizon. That's an Electo. Is he popping up to take a shot? Now the enemy is up by 3 tanks at the moment. Got a Wolverine nearby. He's not looking at it at the moment. There's the Wolverine. He could have taken a shot there, you see. Fires a round in, kills the Wolverine, and that was 97 hit points, but he's had to move now because the enemy Arty could be on him in a sec. Better not to let the enemy Arty have a go at you. The enemy Arty's a Gorilla, and a Gorilla's got a 15 centimeter howitzer, and he could do a lot of damage to the SU-100Y. Now the M7 has gone right up on top of the hill next to the lighthouse, so he is spotting for us at least, and that's part of what his functions to do, spot. So lost, he's learned exactly what a light tank's for. It's to find the enemy and let the other heavy tanks or medium tanks or tank destroyers take them out. Now Sir Kilolot's moving forward. We managed to scrape back 1 kill, so we're now 9-11, but we're still down to only 4 tanks left on the team against 6 enemies. Now, although it's risky for Sir Kilolot to move forward, his vehicle's got a view range of 350 metres. Now that's comparable with some of the medium tanks you'll come up against, so there's a good chance that he might spot the enemy at the same time as they spot him. But we've just lost... Oh, we're down to 3 tanks now against 6. This is not looking too good. So Kilolot has actually so far managed to get enough to get the high caliber, but he'll have to maintain the damage rate, otherwise somebody else might pass him. And we've just lost our Arty, the Sturmpanzer II. He was back in our cap area. So we're down 2 tanks against 6 now. 3-1. That's pretty poor odds. And the M7's still up on top of the hill. Okay, we've been spotted by the enemy. They know where we are. It's that Electo spotting us. He needs to get behind this ridge line to protect himself from shots from the Electo. He's got a very big body. It's a very big, wide target. Oh, there's what spotted him. It's the P2640, the Italian tank. And he's dead now. That's a one-shot kill, 350 hit points. The Italian is no more. Now, where is that Electo? Well, he's on the other side of the hill now, and the enemy is capping. So he's going to have to make his way over, and the last enemy, the last teammate, the M7, has been killed. So this is now Kolobanov conditions. 5 enemies against 1 tank destroyer. But it is the box tank, and you know how powerful this tank is. It is very powerful. The Gorilla fires, but he fires too soon, and he misses, and now he's dead. And that was a one-shot kill as well. 240 hit points, and he blocks the shot from the Electo for 180, but he won't get another block if he turns side on to the Electo. Oh, he does! 180. He's lucky. That Electo should have, by all rights, put a round through the side of that box tank. But they've stopped capping. It's 4-1 now. Now, the question is, what will the enemy do? Well, if I was the enemy, I'd try to get high above the box tank and shoot down on him. So I'm wondering why that Electo hasn't come to the cliff edge to shoot at the box tank as he proceeds west. It looks like he's headed back to his own cap. There's the SU-100. Lines him up, and he's out the game. 366 hit points. Now the SU-100 is Pizdet Simu, the end to effing anything. That 100mm gun, or if it's the 122mm, will destroy just about any tank that's before him, but it couldn't destroy a 130mm naval gun armed tank destroyer. So it's 3 against 1 now. That's better odds. Now, is he going to find and kill that Electo, or is he going to head back to his own cap? Well, I think it's the Wolverine, which we're going to find on the other side of this pass. The Electo's probably still up high. He's been spotted. Okay, one of them has found him, and I think it's the Wolverine. I can't see him yet, but as soon as that Wolverine fires, so long as he's not using the bush mechanic, we'll know where he is, and we can take action. He's still not lost a single hit point of damage. That's amazing, isn't it? This far into the battle, 8 kills, that's a Radley Walters, and he's not suffered a single hit point of damage. Well, I don't think that'll last, because even though he's bounced a few rounds, and you can see that's where the Electo hit him, bounced off his armour. It was lucky actually that he hit the engine deck, because really, to be honest, that shell should have gone round, and if he fired it, gone through, if he fired it at the fighting compartment, he might have taken out a crew member. No, nobody's come forward. There's one of them. It's the T-28. Oh, he took damage this time. 84 hit points. Okay, he's hiding behind that rock. Oh, make a mistake. 350 hit points. That's another one-shot kill. He's taken out the T-28. There's the Wolverine. Now he needs to turn around quickly and engage the Wolverine. He can't afford to hemorrhage hit points. That Wolverine will take him out bit by bit. Now, that's forced the Wolverine to go back into cover, but he's dialed in his aim. If the Wolverine pops forward to take a shot, he's dead. And he is dead. One-shot kill, 360 hit points. Oh my god, he is on a killing spree. Now, one more enemy to kill, and that's the Electo. Now, where is that Electo? I bet that Electo is now wishing he had killed him earlier and aimed at the right part of the box tank, because he is now on the verge of getting a Kolobanov, and he's got a Pools medal already. In fact, he's just about to pick up virtually every medal except the Racine Heroes medal. This is an absolutely brilliant display by Sir Killalot. Just shows how effective this box tank is, and if you haven't got it in your garage, you need to get one. It's a premium TD, and it's a lot of fun. Just look at the shots that Wolverine fired. He was firing APCR at the box tank. He was getting hits, but he made a huge mistake to pop out and try and fire again. He should have relocated to fire on the box tank from a different location. Mind you, the box tank's only got 155 hit points left, 22% of his health. Well, with a 130mm gun, he should be able to take out that Electo with one shot. And I reckon that Electo is back in his own cap by now, and he's trying to protect his own cap from the SU-100Y of Sir Killalot. I've seen several replays, or many replays by Quickie Baby and Jingles, where they featured somebody in a tank like this doing a huge amount of damage, but I've never seen so many one-shot kills as Killalot's managed to get. Oh dear, that shouldn't have come up like that. Oh, he's been seen. The Electo's in sight. Now, where is he? There he is! Line him up. Take the shot accurately. Oh! And that's a win. That's a Kolobanov. 214 hit points. And Sir Killalot does the biz. Well played, sir. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Oh my god, look at that. It's an ace tanker by Sir Kilolotin, the SU-100Y, the box tank. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8. A Duelist medal for taking down 2 tanks that did damage to him during the battle. That would be the T-28 and the Wolverine. And a Fire for Effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. But here's the good ones. He got the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov. He stood alone against 5 enemies and defeated them all in combat. He didn't cap out to win. He got them by killing them. He got a Pools medal for 11 kills. Actually, in fact, he only needed 10 to get the Pools medal, but he got 11. He got a High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. A Tanker Sniper for dealing the most damage over 300 meters. And lastly, he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. What a fantastic display. Just look at the list there. And most of those are one-shot kills. He killed them outright with just one shot. So let's have a look at the team score. Highest damage, 3,711 hit points, dwarfing the score from the Sturmpanzer II, who was the highest other score on his team. He got more than 5 times the hit points. Was it 5 times? No, it's more than 4 times the hit points of the Sturmpanzer, or just under 4 times. He managed to get 11 kills. That's nearly 3 times the score of the Gorilla on the enemy team, and more than 5 times the score of the T-3485M and the Sturmpanzer. And when it came to base XP, 1,576, nearly 3 times the highest XP of the next teammate. An absolutely magnificent display. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 14 rounds, got 14 direct hits. He didn't miss once, and only once did he not get a penetration. And the tank that he didn't get the penetration on was the ARL-44, and the reason was he hit the tracks. He went into the tracks and it only tracked the ARL-44. He didn't actually penetrate him, just damaged the tracks. So he did damage of 3,711 hit points, of which 1,831 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the close ones were the Wolverine, the T-28, and I believe the SU-100 as well. He received 8 hits during the battle. 5 of them were penetrations, most of them from the Wolverine. 3 were non-penetrations. 2 of those were from the Electo. I believe one of them was from somebody else, and I can't remember which tank it was. But anyway, he block damage of 360 hit points, more than enough that it would have been more than enough to have killed him if those actually had penetrated, and the other shots had also penetrated. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles. I believe one of those was the P-26, the other was the Gorilla. I can't work out which one the other one was, but he damaged 12 of the enemy. He killed 11 of the enemy and did damage assistance of 74 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 91,493 credits. That is a phenomenal score for a Tier 6 premium vehicle. After repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and the ammunition is dirt cheap for this particular vehicle. It really is cheap. He still had a surplus of 76,537 credits. Another brilliant score. He received 2,364 XP, ×2 for the first victory, and a bonus because this was a premium vehicle, so he took away 5,437 experience points altogether. So I've seen some pretty good Kolobanovs in my time, but this one really was good, and it was good because a lot of his kills were one shot straight into the target, kill it outright, gone. And he didn't give up. He actually didn't go into the cap and try and cap out and let the enemy come and take pot shots at him. He actually went hunting for them. He went looking for them. He found them, he killed them, and then he moved on to find the rest. Absolutely brilliant display. So congratulations to Kilolot. I really enjoyed this replay, and I hope if you enjoyed it as well, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'm doing in the next video.